Change of direction and agility are related, but they are not the same thing. It's important for us to understand the differences and how they're connected to consequently help us plan and perform training better to get even better results. But first, let's take a step back and ask, why are we even training change of direction and agility, and how does that influence sports? So sports are all about space and timing. So if you're on offense, you want to change direction, be agile to give yourself more space, which consequently gives you more time to then show off those sport-specific skills, pass, shoot, score. And if you're on defense, you want to be able to change direction and be agile to consequently close down space and give your opponent less time to do those sport-specific skills. So that's the lens in which we'll be talking about all of this change of direction and agility training. Now let's get into some operational definitions to make sure we are all on the same page. So first, change of direction, and it is exactly what it sounds like. It is an athlete's ability to be fast in everything besides a straight line. An athlete's ability to start, stop, and move in 360 degrees of movement. These skills can include deceleration, reacceleration, shuffling sideways, unilateral cutting, bilateral cutting, hip flip, retreating, and moving backwards. And typically when developing and working on these skills, these are in a pre-planned pattern when an athlete knows exactly what moves they will do, when, and where. Now, agility is an athlete's ability to change direction based on information they receive and gain from the environment. This could be what they see, reacting off of an opponent. This could be what they hear, based on a teammate telling them what to do. Or this could be what they feel, such as a defender being on their back. With these operational definitions, we know that agility is change of direction, using all the change of direction skills, just reacting off of something else. But change of direction is not agility because there is no live reactionary component to it. So now, what's the point, and how does this influence our training to help us get even better training results? So, as everything in sports performance is skill acquisition, we have to get really good at these skills of change of direction, all those skills I listed earlier, and then over time add in a little bit more of that reactionary live component, turning change of direction slowly into agility over time. Because you can't expect an athlete to know how to decelerate well and how to shuffle, crossover, hip flip live in the moment if they can't do it in a controlled environment first. So wrapping this all up, every training session you do or block of training you do, start with the most foundational change of direction skills first, where the athlete knows what and when they are doing those skills. Next, add in one or two reactionary components, whether it be a coach clapping, a coach saying left or right, or pointing left or right that dictates what and when the athlete will use that skill. And last, bring it full circle, the most agility-like training you can do that is not sport, but that would be something like tag, where it is one athlete versus another, and they each have to gain the information by watching the other person that then dictates what they do. So by taking a step back and being able to know the differences of change of direction and agility, but consequently what puts them together, how to tweak and modify drills to make them more agile as you progress through your training, hopefully now you can increase the skill acquisition over time to help challenge the athlete's ability to change direction and consequently put it all together live by doing true agility training.